coming up, kinda make my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the head. On call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it.
Run it back, ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back, ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back, ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, and it feel like
can't play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Here we go. 10 logo.
Hey, man.
Defense.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. Christian, Travis. Check 99. Check 26. Check 26. He's checking. Crash.
On second down, it's Bell, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
70, Indy. Three down. Check. Protein spill. Check. Hot. Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. 43 is the mark. Hey, exit. Ready.
On second down, it's Stick. That's complete. It's Charles. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, high 7.
On third down, it's Stick. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check tight. Check. Check three.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
He's scared. Wide. Get wide. Bang.
They run with Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Switch up, switch up. 25, check 25, check 25. Yo, go, go. I got him. 4th down.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going inside your defense? Thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Check 31, check 31. Switch. Shift. Check rabbit.
On the run, this is Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On first down, Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Set,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
You draw quarter.
On second down, it's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood. Yep. Get it.
Off play action, it's Stick. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because with it,
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella, 53 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. Mark 43. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the 41, Stick. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. The open man is Westbrook. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, let's get in that holes. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go. Check the backer. Check the backer. Hey. No. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Come on. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey.
On the counter, Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 37. Check 37. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the safety. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Kill. Turn it. Kill. Turn it up. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Drop deep.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line. And it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Stick. And he completes it to Westbrook. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Bravo.
Now Stick. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 20, touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 3, check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, check 24, check 24. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Whip. Watch the whip.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Exit.
From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Set. 70. Indy.
It's caught to Charles. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do. Because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws, and he did that.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the shot. Now.
Banjo.
Hey, orbit.
Third down, they'll throw with stick. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Let's get it.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run again with Hunt. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Double dog, that's the way. Big air. Out. Check 13.
To throw on third down. Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 50 plant.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Tackle.
To throw is Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Murray with a 3rd and long. Escaping the... Oh, now Murray has it stripped. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun throw for Stick. Goes underneath for Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're down. It's a quarterback down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
On the double.
43 is the mic. So don't say no.
Hey!
On first down, it's Bell, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Stick from the gun. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hatchet. Hatchet. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. Yeah, yeah.
To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Come on, about set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go, set. This is 60 or.
Watch QB drop.
Watch now.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Glendale.